Hey guys, this is Coach Max here from T Max Fit, and today I want us to be talking about anxiety. This is one that I feel is going to help a lot of people. Again, all my videos, all my things that I make videos or put out about is something that I can relate to, something that I have been through or am going through, and so forth and so forth. So I put it out there, and I look to help more people, as much people as possible. So anxiety it's a real thing. It can get to you, it really can get to you, and a lot of the times it gets to me. But here's my answer to anxiety. Like right now, I'm like that's why I'm breathing so difficult. Semi in like a anxiety attack. I've got so much going on, and when so much happens, our brains tend to get into an overwhelming spot, and we tend to overthink things and what. But here's what I do, and this is my secret to surviving these things, and this is something I want to share with you guys. Whenever I get these anxiety attacks, so maybe let me take it back a bit. I was diagnosed with quite a few things. As a kid, I always got into fights. People who were with me in high school saw me fight every day or every second day. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what was going on with me. Every time when I get edgy, I start snapping at people, and I just start knocking people out and things. This is how I used to handle it. I handle it a lot better now. I don't get involved in any form of violence. I don't get involved in any form of any of these things. I handle it better, and this is what I do. What I'm going to tell you now. God is intentional. Just those three words. God is intentional. And this carries me through every single anxiety attack. Like I say, right now I'm struggling to breathe a little bit, but the more I say it, God is intentional, the better it becomes. Because every single thing that I'm going through that I feel like I can't handle this, I can't, then I'm like, God put me over for a reason. God put me in this situation for a reason. And over my 30 years of experience now that I've been seeing, is that everything that I've gone through, everything that I go through, makes me stronger for the next thing to come. So if the future thing had to come while I'm still this person and not ready for this future thing, then what ends up happening is I'm gonna crash and burn. So God is intentional. He knows what your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, all of this, your visions and all of this are. So God knows I have huge aspirations, huge visions, huge things that I want to achieve, and I need to mentally become stronger. I need to, in my heart, be able to take a little bit more. So again, God is intentional. You need to sit back and say, whatever happens, happens. Whatever comes my way is going to come my way. And this is something I try and teach my clients all the time. The Max Fit fam, I try and teach them this. A lot of the times my clients will be very hard on themselves, and I'll tell them that guilt is not from God. It's not something that God wants you to feel. It's an emotion that He doesn't want you to feel. So when my clients mess up, when my athletes, even in prep, obviously in prep I want them to be 100%. But as human beings, we're human beings. Things happen. Things happen. That's just how it is. And my athletes or clients, whatever, will mess up and feel like they disappointed me. And I want to reassure everyone that you'll never disappoint me. It's not even about me. It's not about Max Fit. I tell them all the time, Max Fit is a way of life. It's a lifestyle, and I try and improve people with these ways. So at the end of the day, if you are prepping for a competition or whatever it is you're prepping for, a specific date of something, it doesn't always have to be about bodybuilding. I'm speaking about life overall now. If you are getting ready for something, obviously as the deadline comes closer and so forth, you start getting more and more anxious. As it happens, remind yourself, God is intentional. He knows what is coming. He's getting you ready for even bigger things. Remember, don't prep for tomorrow. Don't plan for next week. Don't plan for next month. Plan for the next 10 years. Maybe you're not getting ready for this event. Maybe you won't be ready for this event. But you will be ready for the future event, which is huge. The big one that is really supposed to be that event for you. I'm going to end this video here. Just going to give you guys one example of one of my athletes. I made actually a video about him the other day also, about Steph. He teaches me a lot in my life without him knowing. He doesn't directly teach me. Indirectly, he teaches me a lot. We were going to prep him. He came to me at about 6 weeks out of prep, 6 weeks out of its show, yeah. and it was far from ready. But I've prepped people before like this very aggressively, all of that, and we went at it, and we got very close, and the show was postponed. This was just not the right time, and I think we prepped for another show, and the show was postponed. It was just not the right time, and now we're prepping for another show, and this guy's looking like he's never looked in his life. He's on a whole other level now, and more I can see God's work, how he pushes and puts certain things in place. He doesn't place those bad things there, but he takes those bad things and makes the best out of it, if I can put it to you that way. There's a couple more of my clients who I can talk about. Like, I always encourage them, look back on where you come from, look back on how far you've come, be proud of that, forget the rest, just focus on how far you've come. Be thankful for how far you've come, and just know, I promise you're going to continue to keep on growing. As long as you're alive, you're going to keep on growing, you're going to keep on getting better, and that's the beauty of life. So guys, don't let anxiety get the better of you. Beat it. You were born to be great, so go be great. Coach Max out. Cheers.